Alright, we're back with this again. Gonna try and finish this out today, hopefully. It's currently 4 o'clock, and I have raid in 5 hours. I don't think this is gonna take 5 hours. It's probably only gonna take like 2 to 3. So we will see. A dog ate the search warrant. Right, that's where we left off. And we have 2 chapters left. And then we're done. Apparently there's multiple endings. I'm probably only gonna go for the one, see what we see. And, if people wanna play the game themselves and get whatever endings we don't get, they can do that. Because, I don't know, I don't feel like this will be turned into a video of any kind. I don't know. I think it was fun to record, but I don't know. I'm not finding much out of it. It was taking so long, so I checked again with the court, and that's what they told me. What kind of ridiculousness is that? I mean, considering everything else in this game. All countries tuned into this case. Can't we get an exemption or something? Why are they being so difficult with this? I've already tried to complain. It's not your problem. What's the discourse like online? Probably massive. Group fans and haters are basically at war. Some outside content creators are chiming in too. The fans and haters are both pretty rabid. I'd say they're evenly matched. What about Operator A? Oh, right. Operator A, their account has been active since the very first hearing. Since they're posting Lillian's internal information, everyone's been paying close attention. Would you like me to look into their identity? No, just let them roam free. Now, I've always thought our investigation should never be tainted by internet chatter. But this case seems to be different. So I decided to dive into this myself. You wouldn't mind helping me get set up. I just hope you find the killer. I'll need concrete evidence to do that. Yep, good luck. Okay. We call a suspect over? No, I want to see what I can find online first. Okay. I've already made and logged on to an account for you. Should be able to see all the info you need using this. Thank you. If you need me for anything, just call. Yeah, go to YouTube. That's cute. This is a criminal slap throwing game. The world of words is vast and profound. Challenger Chila Behemoth? And then Akuma Bikori? Interesting. Mine's beneath us, am I really myself? Catch me if you can, Challenger Pseudo Yorka. Hero's job today is selling bread. Game you're not allowed to play. Apparently there's a thing if you watch this like a few times. I'm just gonna click through it quickly. Just because why not? Visual novel achievements are easy to get, so. It wasn't just my imagination, she didn't say her sign-off line. Not sure if this matters or not. Okay, that's all you had to do there. What if I want to watch that? Okay, today we're going to play Who's the Criminal? Dating game with the whole last century vibe to it. It's actually getting some good reviews. That sounds like fun. That's how I do it, smash smash. Should you really be teaching me this kind of stuff, Professor? What the fuck? She finished the whole game in one session? Jesus Christ. Most visual novels take a bit longer. Okay, I don't really feel like watching the rest of these. Okay, here. Go haters are winding about, nothing's been confirmed in court yet. You already say she's the killer, you guys are such sheeple. And so fun, daily moments means. Screenshots are all fixed. I'm trying to frame Curry. Really familiar with the hearing timings. We'll have to try and restrict what information gets out to the public unless this person is already part of the hearing itself. Very first hearing is already full of bombshells. VTuber world really is more dramatic than soap opera. Fucking go on to Twitter, fucking Reddit, and you'll see shit every day. Boss dies, then she can leave without breaching contract. Genius. Don't care. Is there anything important here? If you look into Operator A, the one linking these screenshots before questioning the suspects again, I should also check the comments on the post carefully. I like that the game just tells me what to do. Even picked the name Lillian Staff A on purpose. Trying to make themselves look like part of the company, huh? Okay, let's see. One more shot. This is the screenshot right after the hearing ended. Too perfect to be a coincidence. This is fun. You don't have to remind me so many times I understand English. The stand is being set up in a really good spot. Our partner wants the merch to be perfect. That's why I'm being so annoying about it. I hope you understand. Still don't see why the printing has to take so long. I've been really tired lately. No stuff with your fans that you exhausted, but the sponsor is seriously breathing down my neck about this. I don't want you to turn into the kind of person you hate. What do you mean by that? Are you trying to emotionally manipulate me? Listen, my viewers have been driving me insane. Can't you be more understanding? I've already told you how to deal with them, so I hope you can be more understanding about what I'm going through with the sponsor. Why can't you just figure it out with the sponsor then? Why do you need me? Because everything that has to do with the creeper needs to go through you. You know that. If I have to do everything myself, then why do I even need an agent? Ouch. All of internal issues. File with the manager. File with the boss, file with the manager. It's pretty obvious this problem. Trying to shut Karip is hard to communicate with? I mean, probably. If I were the manager, I'd be scared too. Poor Wild Goose. Wild Goose has such a nice personality. Alright, that should do it. I'm thinking it's an employee. Obviously. I'm gonna say that the staff A is, Lillian. Or not Lillian, that's the name of the fucking company. It's Sophie. Anything in here? Is there anything in here? Nothing. Okay. I'm like, can I ask you something? What is it? Reaper's online conversations were all deleted, right? Yep, all gone. Wait a second, how's Operator A have screenshots of them? What does this mean? They knew that they would be deleted. How'd they know the conversations would be deleted? Because they did it. Well, that'd be my guess, is that they're the one that deleted everything. Maybe someone wanted to hide something they knew. Hide what? Maybe the real face's identity? Creepa's real face wouldn't be talking with themselves, so maybe someone let it slip. See, anytime I have concerns about things, I just take screenshots. Like, I used to be with a group, and you could see that group with the Among Us stream I did. And there was a time where things were getting deleted, and there was attempted, like, a bit of gaslighting attempted. And at that point, I was just like, I'm taking screenshots of everything and documenting this, and I still have those screenshots, so I definitely am better for having left that group, though. I'd groups real face leak messages to make them look bad. They wouldn't, which is why I don't think Operator A's group is real face. They also might have been trying to hide something related to the murder. Maybe they knew the murder was going to take place, so they made backups of their conversations with Creep beforehand. Think Operator A is the killer? Highly likely. Anyway, we can ask our suspects about all this online stuff. Maybe it'll land us a new lead. But if Operator A put all these messages online, they're probably prepared for whatever comes their way. I don't think this will be that easy. I'll check things. The operator could also be Amanda, because they both have A. But I was thinking Amanda would be the basic Karipa. But at the same time, I'm thinking now, wait a minute. I think I know what's going on here. None of these three at the top are Karipa. And it's not Faye. And it's not Misty. I think it's Prudence. I think she's the face. But I don't think she's the killer. I think... Oh fuck, is Misty the killer then? So the reason I'm saying Prudence is the face is because these three are all claiming to be the face. I don't think it's any of them. And Misty has been cagey about it and lives with Prudence. That's how they were able to do the phone call thing. And also why, like, they're able to be like, yeah, it's not her, it's not her. I don't know. Okay, what we got in here? Your agent isn't very good, sentiment for that's on group's fans. Okay. Chat. Investigation fans. And when people, some are students, some watch after work, some like me watch while they work. Probably not. Alright, well, we'll have her investigate the fans. Boss, you can... I don't have it for you. Okay. Hey, let's just go Amanda, Sophie, Honor, Faye, Misty, Prudence, because I'm pretty sure Prudence is the most... I'm gonna say she's the most suspicious right now, because I'm pretty sure she's the face. And also with the, like, change in her demeanor in the previous, like, interrogation. Alright, all this stuff. Claim of being Karipa's real face. You should know by now that Karipa is highly suspect, specifically looking into whether or not she committed this murder. That being the case, are you still sticking with being her real face? I think carefully about your answer. Yeah, if you say yes still, then you are basically saying that you're suspicious. I'm not Karipa's real face. Thank you. Talk about that then. Reason for lying. Why'd you lie? Because the text was anonymous. Anonymous? Just the morning of that first day you interviewed me, I got a message from a number I'd never seen before. It said, protect your daughter. Do you still have that text? Yeah. Let me see it. Here. Interesting. Is this why you pretended to be Karipa? Yeah. Why did you think pretending to be Karipa would protect her? I don't know. I don't even know what that text was supposed to mean. It's just, I saw Honor say she was Karipa's real face, and then I suddenly felt like I had to protect my daughter. No one's original these days, anyway. So who's the real face? I don't know. Kari's identity is the company's secret, so... Apart from pretending to be her, what else have you done to protect your daughter? Nothing. Honestly, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be protecting, so... I just saw Honor jump board and I wanted to do the same. Okay, got it. Well, kind of just further, proves what I just said. That's not any of the three of them. And there's no way it's Faye. And there's no way it's Misty. Such as Lee's Prudence. Alright, during our first year, we discussed the rumor that Karipa would soon graduate. What are your thoughts on that? Is Curry a bad person? What do you mean by that? I like Curry. I know I don't know who she is, and I don't interact with her much, but I'm her mom, and no, it's not just because I'm her mom. I like seeing her smiling and happy, playing video games, beating a top level. I just really like Curry. No matter where she is, or who she is. As a prosecutor, I always stand on the side of truth. To do that, though, I need to know the truth. If she's a good person, then she's someone I need to protect. Curry asked me once if I could help her draw skin for a new character. I don't understand. What do you mean by skin? The only way to say the way a VTuber looks, their outer shell. By asking me to do that, I think Karipa's real face was saying she didn't want to be Karipa anymore. Meaning she wanted to graduate or transfer. Do you know when that was? Let me check. It was April 14th around 11 p.m. Are you looking at your conversation right now? Yeah, it's just a screenshot though. Our actual conversation got deleted. You took a screenshot. Yeah, I had a lot on my mind. I usually take screenshots of important requests in case I forget. Can you send me that screenshot? I'm not reading certain words. Are you taking new skin requests right now? New skins like a VTuber skin? Are you asking for a friend? Asking for me? Do you want to graduate? Just thinking about it, don't tell anyone else. Make the best skins, so I hope I can keep working together even after I graduate. Still thinking about the design, I just wanted to see if you'd have time and could give me a prize. Employed by Lillian, so I signed a non-compete. If it has nothing to do with Karipa, then I don't think I can accept. Just don't get caught like you haven't done it before. Damn. This sounds familiar to certain trauma that happened last year. At around 11 p.m. on the night of April 14th, Karipa messaged to a child asking if she could make her new skin, hinting at her thoughts of wanting to graduate. That would have been like a week beforehand, right? April 20th, yeah. So like a week beforehand. But we need to find out. She's not a bad person. Few internet questions. Do you read a lot of comments online? Not really. Numerous always gets a ton of comments. Some are mean and make me uncomfortable, so I don't really like reading them. Fair. I have to ask you a few things if that's alright. Operator A. They're bad, right? Why else would they be posting all those conversations at a time like this? Who do you think they are? I think Faye is a little strange. After the murder happened, it's like she totally changed. What should I say? She used to be really cold and detached before. Now she's all jumpy, like she's scared of something. And she never really fit in, but after the murder, she just changed. Okay, so you think she's Operator A. And that. But now that I think about it, she probably is the most likely candidate, I guess. I see. Okay then, thank you. Sophie and Karipa not getting along. It scared me? Why? Sophie's EQ has always been really high, like she's really calculated. She's the kind of person who can be mad one second and smile at the next. Terrifying. It's hard to imagine her truly actually mad. Do you think the screenshot's fake? I don't know, Sophie's social circle is a lot bigger than mine. Maybe she's just different depending on who she's dealing with. I've never actually seen her talk to Curry before. Okay, got it. I'll probably come back to things. We got a thing for you to investigate. The suspect's got threatening anonymous text. Can you check it out for me? Alright, let's try Honor next. Because she probably also had the same anonymous text. Before we start this, I want to say I killed Mr. C. I'm the killer. Yeah, I don't believe that one bit. You know I have to take this seriously, right? I don't lie. Then you better explain yourself. Walk me through how you committed the crime. I left home at 8 p.m. and got to the office at 8:30. I dumped the powder from Amanda's sleeping pill into Mr. C's cup when he wasn't paying attention. He fell asleep in his chair at around 10 p.m. I waited for a bit to make sure, then killed him with a little extra 10 and left at 10:20. What'd you kill him with? A paring knife? I meant to bring it with me, but I dropped it by accident, I guess somewhere around the exit. This tells how you entered and exited the office. Crawl through the window. There's the path you can take to the window near the entrance to the office. Why did you do it? Because of the pornography. There. Couldn't accept that Mr. C was selling that smut, even anonymously. And by the way, I'm not Kariba's real face. At a glance, it all checks out, but there's one thing she said that contradicts our evidence. What's wrong? Didn't you think I did it from the start? That was all this prosecutor talk. And what? Was there something wrong with my testimony? Yes. Yeah, the paring knife is not found near the egg that was found on Prudence's desk. Explain why you left the murder weapon in the office. I dropped it, probably by the window when I was leaving. Nope. Knife was found on Prince Week's desk. Your attitude changed pretty quickly. I'd like to talk about that. Thinking about you announced being the killer. When everyone started thinking Karipa was the killer. You want to protect Karipa. I refuse to answer unsubstantiated claims. Actually, I have proof. Evidence proving you want to protect Karipa is... It's the anonymous message. And the child already told us she got an anonymous text telling her to protect her daughter. Since she's Karipa's mom, I'm assuming you as her father must have gotten the same text. It is my job to catch this killer. Every piece of evidence, every clue is massively important. Her name is Justin Truth, right? Yeah. Do anything to hurt my daughter, I will kill you. Damn. Fair. Can you promise me? Returning a prosecutor. Just a bit. Yeah, we're not going to hurt her. But, I mean, if she's the killer, then she's going to jail. Alright, on the morning of April 21st, the first day we talked at the office, I got a text from a number I didn't recognize, same as the one Amanda got. It just said, protect your daughter. I didn't know what they meant by that. I obviously don't need a text to tell me to protect my daughter. Then he told me I was the killer and I didn't have a good alibi. So I suddenly thought I should pretend to be Karipa, then I would have an alibi, and I could protect my helpless daughter. I didn't realize I'd made a mistake until all those mouth breathers online started their witch hunt against my daughter, calling her a murderer. And so I thought the only way to stop those baseless rumors would be to give them another killer. I guess that's what you wanted to hear, right? Okay, where were you on the night, April 20th, when the murder took place? Watching your stream while I worked. Did you go out that day? Went out and got dinner after the stream was over. Other than that, I was at home. Got it. Was our new lead? Okay. Got a new thing to check. Karipa's graduation. Caught me a little off guard, but I guess it's not a bad thing. No? Lillian's always pushing the boundaries with Karipa, flaunting her body as if she were some kind of sex symbol. It's disgusting. Moreover, I don't think she enjoyed working under Mr. C. Corporate life gives her too many restrictions too. She wants to change for her own freedom, then more power to her. You don't think she enjoyed working with Mr. C? Is that because of the conversation shown last time in court? No, I have my own proof. Oh? A few days before the murder, let me think. Right, it was the night of April 17th. I wanted to find a certain conversation I had with my daughter, but I couldn't log into my account, so I logged into my daughter's account. At the same time, my daughter was stalking Mr. C, and notifications kept popping up on my phone. Did you see that post from Project Live? They're bringing all those online bullies to court for slander. What do you think about that? I feel really busy, Karipa. Just give me some time, I'll handle it. Sometimes other VTubers and I chat about how other people just don't have these problems. Our company culture is different. How much would I have to pay if I broke contract right now? Are you serious? I'm just asking, is that a problem? Do you think I'm gonna take your money and run? I'm not thinking that, but you and I made Creepa together, right? This is really all about money for you. I just think some things have to be solved at the source. With one less person, everyone's problems would be solved. Can we do a call? I don't want to chat right now. Damn. Checked in, their conversation was not good, so I took a screenshot. I wanted to talk to Mr. C about it, but before I could, he was murdered. You log into Creepa's account often. No, that was the first time. I only did it then because I couldn't log into my own and just to find out one conversation. I respect other people's privacy. Good on you. You looked at Creepa and Mr. C's conversation? The messages kept popping up, I couldn't ignore them if I wanted to. Right. They show an argument between Creepa and Mr. G. Again, that should be C. Creepa saying, with one less person, everyone's problem would be solved. So maybe Creepa is the killer. A lot of horrible, mean-spirited speculation online, so I don't think any of that is worth looking at. I just need to know your thoughts on a few things. Operator A is the killer. How do you know? As far as I know, all my daughter's conversations have been deleted. This person has screenshots of them, meaning they knew the conversations would be deleted and made backup. So if they're not the killer, then at least they're working together. So who do you think Operator A is? I think it could be Sophie. I think Operator A is Misty. And Prudence is Creepa. Man and I pretended to be Creepa after getting that text, but why did Sophie do it? Operator A also posted a photo of Sophie and my daughter's conversation, proving Sophie isn't her real face, meaning she just wanted a free alibi. Also, that screenshot pushed more suspicion onto my daughter and away from Sophie, and gave her more of a reason to stop pretending to be Curry. 2 birds with 1 stone. I also think Misty is hiding something. Misty was Lillian's first employee, so I'm sure it's pretty easy for her to access and manipulate any information she wants. And I know she has an alibi, but what if she was working together with someone? For example, if she were only in charge of the sleeping pills. I know there's no proof, but if she were working with a partner, then everything you've done up to this point would be turned upside down. Didn't I just say that? They're just trying to thwart the whole investigation by casting doubt on my daughter. What do you think about the two of them not getting along? Terrible. If I can, I'd like to set things straight with Sophie. That said, I don't think them not getting along has anything to do with the case. Looking at the screenshot actually made me think of something else. Sophie apparently wanted to influence the way Lillian spends its budget. What do you mean by that? I happened to overhear that Sophie wasn't happy with the way Mr. C allocated funds for the company's first quarter, especially related to Creepa. When was this? A few days before the murder. I'd have to think about the exact date. Do you have proof? Yes. And if I can support that with proof of Sophie's death, then she'll be in deep trouble. Okay then. A few days before the murder, Sophie and Mr. C had a disagreement over how the company's first quarter budget should be spent, specifically regarding Creepa. Okay. Everything with you. Okay, the phone number. What'd you find? Didn't find anything useful. The number is a missing person. They've been missing for 5 years now. Somehow though, the bill keeps getting paid. Check into who's paying it. Tried but couldn't find anything. Thinking this is a dead end, boss. We'd like to look into other avenues if that's good with you. That's fine. Thanks, detective. Go check on Honor's alibi. Looked into Creepa's fans. What's the deal? Fan called Sun from Creepa's fan page. I think it's a girl. Posts a lot, and after the whole incident, she's been posting a lot in favor of Creepa, telling all the other fans to keep calm. I already connected with her on Y, so you can find her in the messages tab there. Awesome. Fans too. Talk to someone on the other side of the spectrum. Want to talk to one of Creepa's haters? Could you find one for me? I'll buy you a steak. I don't think you realize what you've asked me to do. Even for steak, I really don't want to do this. Fine, just once. Finding a hater should be easier. Alright, have fun. Disagreement, that conversation, budget disagreement. Okay, internet. Why? Sunny. Secretary Emily Close, the local district prosecutor's office, could ask you some questions about Karipa's case. You're from the court. Karipa didn't do what she's wrongfully accused. You're trying her best to prove that? What do you want to know? Okay. Hello. Prosecutor Justin Truth, we're in the middle of investigating a murder. I'd like to ask you a few questions. From your secretary already, it's like some views from a Karipa fan. What do you think of Karipa in general? Doing was out a little slow. I was going through a really hard time. I had my... Holy fucking hell. Had my heart broken and just felt like I was going to die. One day I randomly clicked on Karipa's stream and she was so lively and happy it just sucked me right in. First I thought she was kind of ridiculous, so why'd she have to be so exaggerated just playing a video game? And before I knew it, I watched the entire stream. And then I realized I wasn't as sad anymore. After that I watched her streams all the time. I would watch her play games and feel like I wasn't so alone anymore. I know maybe I'm just one of Curry's many fans, but she really did save me, that's the truth. I love Curry. It's a relationship like with their agency. Early days, Curry was sexually harassed by an employee. I think it was a senior male employee. They don't have much information on people from her company, so I can't say for sure who it was. There's always a lot of rumors about how crappy VTuber agencies are. They don't care about VTubers, they don't treat them like real people, etc. True. Curry doesn't usually bring that up during her streams. I mean, maybe she encounters it, but she chooses not to talk about it. We all worry that she's too stressed. Thoughts about the graduation? Be really sad. Curry's part of my life now. I couldn't imagine my days without her. There are a lot of different types of graduation. Maybe we should just transfer it, and then I'll follow her anywhere. If her company can't keep her, then that's their problem, right? Maybe she'll just go somewhere that gives her more freedom, and I would support that. Anything you'd like to add? Wild Goose's boyfriend. I think I know him. Unless I'm wrong, the murder happened on April 20th, right? He went and saw Wild Goose on that day. How do you know? Posted a photo online. Before that photo with Wild Goose he posted got to... Okay, don't just randomly bring that up. Got deleted, but the photo from that... God. Photo from that day is still there. I remember it really well because it was the day before Corey stopped streaming. Now I heard he ran away with some money and he can't be contacted. How do you know him? Went to school together. Do you know any of his social media accounts here? Thank you for this. Curry's definitely not a bad person. Blah, blah, blah. Alright. Can I click on this? Cool. Sophie's boyfriend. We'll probably have to ask Hoff about that after she does the other thing, or can I have her investigate two things at once? Have a priority investigation. Do you want to change it? Don't change it yet. We'll just investigate Sophie after we get the information. Alright, real quick, I need to be right back. Alright, I am back. Let's summon our next person. We're gonna wait on you. We'll go with Faye. Okay, I understand. Were you at the previous hearing? The fucking typists in this game are interesting. Hearing? Yeah, why? We know she was there because we had her be a witness. You should know a lot. New information came to light. There are a few things I'd like to ask you regarding some newly uncovered facts. Mean the information operator A leaked online. If you want my opinion, it just seems like an empty threat she made during an argument. I don't think Karipa actually wants to graduate. You don't? At least I never personally got that impression from her. I've even talked to her about her plan for the year, and it didn't seem like she planned to leave. Do you have a record of that conversation? Record? No, it was deleted. Got it. But Whether or not she wants to graduate doesn't really have anything to do with the case, right? Now she had an argument with Mr. Sui. Why? Why are you trying to protect her? Am I protecting her? I really just think it's unrelated. I'm not protecting anybody. I guess I understand what you mean. I'm glad you understand. I'd like to ask a few internet questions. I don't go online that often. That's shocking. If you're an event planner, don't you need to use the internet? I want to look at other events, I just watch videos. You're asking about social media and stuff, right? I don't use that. Everything I'm asking you is in regard to your company, so you just answer what you know. Okay, I'll try them. I don't think she means well. Telling everyone group's graduation plans on purpose during a murder case, that's bad. Who do you think Operator A is, son? I don't know, let me think. Maybe Amanda or Honor? No? What kind of misunderstanding? Even from the first hearing, I never thought they were Karipa's real face. It was just weird. Why not Sophie? Operator A posted a conversation with Sophie and Karipa. So if it were Sophie, then that would be kind of weird, right? That's why I don't think it's her. Okay. Alright then, thank you. I think it's a misunderstanding. Sophie's always been nice to me. I think Operator A is trying to influence the direction of the case. He's speaking from the perspective of Karipa's real face? No. Didn't I tell you before, event planning has to work together with Sophie a lot, so I'm speaking from that perspective. What do you mean, real face? Now you're getting me all confused. From your experience dealing with Sophie Allure, you think that conversation was fake. I don't know if it's real or fake, I just think Operator A is up to no good. Alright then. That was quick and easy. Alright, Honor's alibi. Banner, search of all the eateries around her apartment. Footage of her at one of them marked 10:05 April 20th. What was she like in the footage? Dressed casual, not holding anything, just looked like a girl getting dinner. Anything else? Not currently? Alright, that's fine. And on to Sophie's boyfriend. Sophie Allure met with her boyfriend on the night of the murder. Can you look into that? And then you don't have anything new for me. We don't need to look at all that. Summon the next one. Talk to Operator A, or who I am assuming it is. Have you heard the boy who cried wolf, Mr. Truth? The fable? The little shepherd boy kept fooling the townspeople, saying the wolf was coming when there was no wolf. Then when a wolf really did come, they didn't believe him anymore. What do you think the moral of the story is? Other people's trust can only be pushed so far. What's interesting is, the boy's behavior never changed, so why did everyone else's? Well, the situation changed, I guess. The situation changed. Tell me, who's the real face? Is there anything I can help with? You have all the qualities of a bad man. Damn. Prosecutors stand on the side of justice. Bad men who wear a just disguise are the scariest of them all. True. Let's just take that as a compliment. After this is all over, I'll finally tell you the truth. My goal here is to catch the killer. If you ever need my help, you can ask for it anytime. She's definitely Operator A, and she knows that Prudence is Karipa, and Prudence is probably the killer. And I get the feeling that I'm gonna be stuck getting like the wrong ending. Okay, back in the first year, we learned Karipa may have plans to graduate. I'd like to ask you about that. I hate being stabbed in the back. So you didn't know about it, did you? No, court was the first time I heard about it. What do you mean by stabbed in the back? VTuber's fame tends to manifest around the artists themselves, since that's who the audience sees and falls in love with. But that VTuber needs a team to get there, a team that cultivates their fame with blood, sweat, and tears. Then once they get all that fame and influence, they secretly plan on leaving the people who helped them get it. Wouldn't you feel betrayed? Then justify that the company's no good? Has anyone ever called you a typical man? No? Won't this be the first time? Damn. Ouch. Not good. That's how you're supposed to feel, not good. Already gave me a pretty big hint. A few online questions. Do you read a lot of other people's opinions online? Living in the modern age, I think it's almost impossible not to. I rarely do. I wonder we're on different wavelengths. And insulting, apologize. Anyway, what do you want to ask? Operator A. I don't know who they are, but maybe they're a friend of justice. What do you mean? Well, they leaked that argument between Curry and Mr. C, right? Maybe that's the key to solving this whole thing. Are you saying you think Creep is the killer? I never said that. Anything could be the key to solving the case. I was just saying a hypothetical. Do you have no thoughts at all on who Operator A might be? Maybe it's Faye Ward. Why? She's always been kind of an enigma. Wouldn't be surprised if she were Operator A. That's just your instincts? Sure, instinct. She's 100% Operator A. And Prudence is Kariba and the killer, and it's just screaming at this point. Have I ever had a good relationship with anyone? Kariba isn't on good terms with anyone, Lillian? Listen, Sophie is basically Kariba's godmother. If even her godmother can't stand her, then she must be pretty hopeless. So you're saying Kariba doesn't get along with anyone, is that right? The evidence is right there in black and white, isn't it? So it must be true. So how's your relationship with her then? I don't want to answer that. Why? No reason. Because you live with her? That's the reason. Alright, Sophie's boyfriend. His name is Owen Green. He's got a record for theft. His dad owns a factory that failed and went under. Family couldn't repay the debts, so they ran. We couldn't contact a single one of them. Checked his socials though, and the probability he met with Sophie on April 20th is high. Based on what? First the CCTV footage, we expanded our search around Sophie's house and found Green caught on camera 3 times. Times being 847, 856, and 922. Found Green's prints on the emergency staircase of Sophie's apartment building. His fingerprints along with Sophie's were all clustered around the same general area. Cool. On the April 20th, Sophie was caught on camera near her apartment building with her boyfriend 3 times. Their fingerprints were also found on the railing of her building's emergency exit staircase. Do we get to talk to a hater now? It's all your fault? What are you so mad about? That hater's so gross. Oh no. Can't these birds just go die and leave me alone? Freaking piss me off. What happened? Don't want to think about it anymore. I put the perv in your contacts so you deal with him. That's fine, phone off. Yeah, really. That's information, so I just bit my tongue and dealt with it. Okay. Going to get ice cream on the company card. Sure. How gross was this guy? I'm not finding you any more haters, not for all the stake in the world. I want to talk to a fan that spends a lot of money on Kariba stuff, a whale or whatever you call them. What sort of team will you be treating me to for my efforts? And I don't know if I can get any fancier than steak. What are you thinking? If you don't have any ideas, I know a nearby hotel restaurant that's supposed to be amazing. What do you think? Well, if you think it's amazing, then it really must be. Sounds good to me. Okay. Internet. Why? Messages. Logic break. Anyone who thinks VTubers are just idols is an idiot. Their private lives are way more traumatic. Those who know. If you want insider info, DM me. I mean, not wrong. Damn it, I clicked the fucking thing again. Alright, Emily Close. I wanted to talk about the insider information. Good for you. I saw your name in the news. You're that chick with the big boobs, right? Damn. Okay, what do you want to ask? Let me pick first and I'll share the info. I don't care about that. I don't want... If you don't want to hear what I know, then that's your problem. What about the nudes? Christ. Okay, I see why she was pissed. Alright, so we basically just threatened him with sexual assault and slander. Cool. Alright. What do you think of creep in general? It sucks just talking about her gets me pissed off. I unfollowed her forever ago. Now whoever follows her is a moron. I don't even feel like talking about her, to be honest. You know, she was only streaming for like 2 hours a day in April. I mean, I only streamed 3 hours each day. Sometimes less if I'm not feeling great. Basically nothing, and she's still like, I'm tired. And all her dumb fans were like, Curry works so hard. Pardon my butt, she's just some spoiled little princess. Barely got a following, and she's already so full of herself. When does she have? Just like 3 million followers? Freaking baby numbers. Not like I even know anything about someone as lame as her. Relationship with her agency. Sucks absolute butt, obviously, and it shouldn't since they're investing the big buck. Hurry. God. I hate this. This part is really done poorly. Unofficial private donation account is said by donating a large amount, one could get a chance to meet her privately. Investing in big bucks, Curry signed a contract and then goes off and takes private gigs on the side. Talk about disloyal. Wait till you hear this. Creeper goes out on dates with her fans. Didn't expect that, did you? If you've been on a date with her, thinking about it makes me so mad. I could do a freaking backflip right now. I paid my money and then guess what happened? She stood me up and then she freaking blocked me. Hold on, let me find it. Fuck, why'd the flipping convo get deleted? Hold on, I've got screenshots. Here, look right here. This isn't her official account either. It's her account for private donations. If you give enough money, you can make friends with her. And if you give a little more... Oh, jeez. Wanna guess how many dudes have had one-on-one meet and greets with her? How'd you learn about this account? Everyone knows that. It's Future Man. You can't outrun the algorithm. Everyone I've been on a freaking date with lately has been like a freaking zombie. So boring. Not like I'm jealous of all those guys with hot girlfriends and whatever. And no, I didn't pay that money because I was jealous, right? Alright, what do you think for graduating? Doesn't matter, a couple months later and there'll be a new account and all those fans will jump over to that one. I've got integrity. I say I won't watch and I don't watch. Backing up her streams, member videos, member pics, following her old accounts, and stalking her social media. I don't do any of that crap, got it? She probably does all that crap. Alright, anything else? VTubers are just a bunch of wannabe celebrities who put on a fake face and rob virgins blind. I hate watching VTubers. Always have, always will. Damn. Okay, let me look at the thingy. With her boyfriend. Date rumors. And hold on. Let me look at the thing. Private date. William Karipa 404, amount 0. Okay, so we need you to investigate. Goes to the private account groupies for fan donations, scale co-input. Probably gonna get nothing out of it. Alright, let's go talk to Sophie now that we got her boyfriend shit done with. So why pretend to be Karipa's real face then? I think you're misunderstanding something, just in truth. I'm not pretending I am Karipa's real face. I think we talked about this issue in court already. And that in and of itself is an issue. You shouldn't be talking about this in court. Think about it. Did you let me truly explain myself during the trial last time? I just made a mistake on her sign-off catchphrase, that's all. Court makes me nervous. I messed up. Can't you understand that? It's like we have a lot to talk about. Alright, views on real face. Court revealed your plans to graduate. Can you explain that? I've always been a bit of a drama queen. Had nothing to say to that. If you found another job that paid better, wouldn't you want to change? Really, wouldn't you? Is that your explanation? Yeah, and I think this has nothing to do with Mr. C's murder. Apart from Mr. C, did you tell anyone else about your plans? Nope, just Mr. C. Not even your agent? Are you messing with me? I am my own agent. How could I tell myself what I already know? Think you're the one messing with me. I'm being very serious. Unless you have proof that I'm not Karipa's real face. Is it? Probably this. Which one of these are you? I mean, you weren't talking to yourself, right? There are a number of signs that all point to you not being Karipa's real face. Or do you need more proof? Can you just be real with me? End of the line. Meaning, I admit I'm an imposter. I'll tell the truth now. So why'd you lie? If you had to act all high and mighty, it's hurting my feelings. To answer the questions, it's simple, really. When Honor and Amanda came out and said they were Karipa's real face, then told me they were faking it. So I just went along and faked it too. Didn't answer the question. Want a reason? Hard for me to give you one. I said it before I even realized what I was doing. Isn't that good enough? You don't know who the real face is. Sorry to disappoint you, but no. But going by basic deduction, I guess it's one of the other three. Which one? I don't know, really. Your instincts told you it's not Amanda Childs or Honor Chen, so where are those instincts now? Are you messing with me? What if I am? What do you think that would mean? I mean... I could say a few things. Said what I wanted to say. The rest is up to you to figure out. Okay, graduation. I wish. I didn't hear about it until I was here. To be honest, as her agent, it makes me feel a little neglected. You didn't talk to her about it? Curry's official account is our only form of contact. You should know just in truth that all those conversations were deleted and I assume the police have control of the account now. My point is, we've lost contact. I haven't talked to Curry in a while now. So before the trial, you hadn't heard of her plans to graduate, and since the trial began, you haven't talked to her? That's right. That sucks. Alright. Do you read a lot online on why specifically? Of course, I'm an agent, I have to keep up to date. Have you learned anything interesting since the trial began? You must want to know about Operator A. Everything they've leaked is true. They must have a screw loose or something. Take it you've seen the screenshot of your conversation with Karipa? Yes, I've seen it. I'm sorry I lied before. Let's talk about it then. Who do you think Operator A is? Amanda, Honor, or Faye Ward? One of them. Based on what? I trust my instincts. Honor and Amanda both already pretended to be Currys, so they've got something up their sleeves. And Faye, she's just suspicious. When I think about it, I can't remember ever doing anything at all with Faye. What do you mean? Quite the social butterfly, as you know, but there's always been a distance between Faye and I. She lives in her own little world. I don't even know why she works at Lillian. Honestly, she's just a huge weirdo. I'd like to know why you didn't mention the other two. Misty and Prudence? Why do you trust them? I guess I do trust them, huh? I just don't have any reason not to. It's not like I think everybody's suspicious. Okay. Alright then, thank you. Was the conversation real? Yep. Describe your relationship with her. Say we have a harmonious working relationship. work hard at our own jobs for the same goal. You talk to each other like this? This happened within my first 3 months at the company. Curry was late responding to me once, and that caused trouble for me with the client. I understand that if you're just looking at that conversation, anyone would think we have a negative relationship. But I want you to focus on 2 things. 1, there's no time written on that screenshot. 2, it's unclear what the 2 of us are talking about. So if you want me to prove what I just said, I can't. Everything's been deleted. It seems Operator A knows what they're doing. Alright. We'll talk about her boyfriend, and I'm probably gonna take a quick be right back a moment to go fill up my water because I feel my mouth getting dry and it's becoming a problem. Oh, she's not happy about that? Where'd you find this? Taking this case very seriously, Miss Allure, we can find a lot of things. Person has nothing to do with this case. Sore subject, huh? You've been so relaxed up to this point. Because you're bringing someone totally unrelated into this. If they had nothing to do with it, then why are you so upset? On April 20th, did you meet up with the person's picture? I'll say it one more time, this person has nothing to do with anything. Okay, how about we let the facts speak for themselves? She's, not happy. Are you alright? I'm fine, thank you. Person is my boyfriend, and yes, we did see each other that day. But none of it has anything to do with this case. I refuse to answer any more questions about him. Why'd you meet up that day? I told you, I'm not answering any more questions about him. You're serious about that? It's unrelated to the case. Got it. Notification. Justin, Creep is going live. This can only be bad. Going live at a time like this, is she going to address this graduation rumors? Looks different from the last stream. It has a lobby screen and everything. Looks a lot more official, like her usual scheduled streams. God, look at all those donations going in. Curry on the Karipa. Let's get ready to roll. You guys really love me, huh? I'm sure you all know. Things have been happening at Curry's company lately, and I've been unable to stream. Curry's just been so bored. It's been so long since Curry streamed. Curry felt like she was going through withdrawal. That's why Curry just had to jump on and play some games with you all. Now all my carriers have to keep this a secret, alright? Video games at a time like this. She's kidding, right? So today we're going to play hide and seek. When Curry just switched the screen here. A long time ago, there was a super adorable and cute virus. That's right, her name was Curry. It's me. Curry lived in a big place. It was honestly way too big, and it made Curry super duper bored. But that's okay, Curry could clone herself. Sleepy, ever tired, Doc, the genius, Dopey the dum-dum, Sneezy the sneezer, Bashful the shy one, Grumpy the crinkster, and Happy always smiling, the Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. Curry had so much fun with them every day. Then one day they all found a treasure map. Let's go find the treasure, Curry said. Ah, Sleepy already fell asleep. Doc said let me handle it and took Bashful's hand. Sneezy stuck close behind. Dopey and Grumpy were so excited. Happy was dancing a waltz all by themselves. Then an evil hunter appeared. Bang, they shot Sneezy. What the fuck happened to Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs? Oh no, someone's been infected. Been a time bomb planted among them. But the real enemy was a big scary virus monster. That's right, Curry was that monster all along. Virus beam. Doc let go of Bashful's hand and ran away with Sneezy. Dopey and Grumpy started freaking out. Happy was still dancing. And just as no one knew what to do, boom! Time bomb went off. Everyone got blown to smithereens. Curry was the only one left. The end. What the fuck is going on? Called self-brainwash. I'm just looking at the chat to the side and I'm just... Alright, let's chat. If we don't chat, Curry can't prove that this is a live stream. You guys can ask whatever you want. I was so bored without you, Curry. I missed watching you play games. I know. Curry wants to play games too. No, Curry wants things to get back to normal as quick as possible. So you can all wait for me just a little longer. Alright, let's do our normal. Operator A for real. Curry can barely sleep, always has nightmares, and sometimes Curry. You're finally here, XYZ001. Come play hide and seek with me, Prosecutor Truth. Maybe I'll show up as creep during the next hearing. You know how to reach me. That's all for today's stream. Thank you all for keeping me company. See you next time. Catch me if you can. That's a cute picture. Could we be totally looking in the wrong direction? Oh, good. What do you think she's saying, Justin? Provoking us? You really think she won't get caught, huh? Who answered the phone? Amanda Child was at home, her family can attest to that. Sophia Lord seems to be eating dinner with her friend, apart from them, no one else answered. Did we get the search warrant yet? Not yet. Heard this time there was a crow, and... Trying thinks some dark forces are trying to keep me from finding this person's identity the normal way. Justin, it's fine, I'll go rogue. Rape has become a prosecutable target. I mean, I can accuse her. Band-Aids you wanted to hear. Doing a thorough investigation, we found that Creeper really has used his bank account for fan donations in the past. Accidentally posted the account publicly for a minute. She deleted the post at that point, word. But by that point, word was out and it was passed around in fan circles. From the owner. The account is linked to a Swiss bank, but the owner's anonymous. We were able to find a withdrawal invoice from February this year, though the owner took money out of it. Still no leads on a possible real base. Couldn't get any reliable information, everyone just avoids the topic. We could only get our hands on this one photo. Can't see anything in this. The person who gave us this photo said this was him and the real face out on a date, but their description of the real face was all over the place. They could have been making it up. Trying everything we can, but so far not much luck. Great. Alibi 3. Suspect's alibis for the second surprise stream. I guess we're gonna have to talk to everyone again? It's letting me accuse immediately. I don't even... Oh no, it's just her. Oh, surprise stream too, okay. We can ask everybody about it. There we go. Alright, so we have to talk to everyone again. We have nothing with Prudence yet, so... I'm gonna go be right back real quick and fill up my water, so we'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Let's continue and talk to everyone again before we end up with Prudence. Okay, nothing new out of there. Surprise stream 2. What's that surprise stream all about? One with the story? Do you feel bad being called out by Curry like that? I don't know what you're talking about. Can you explain how you feel about it? How I felt? The first half really felt like a Curry stream. Curry's always told the best stories, like bedtime stories, you know? I actually felt kinda excited watching it. Like the old Curry was back. Then it got really weird talking about evil monsters and time bombs and stuff. I'm not good with complicated stuff, so I don't know what she was talking about. What were you doing when the stream started? I was at home, not really doing anything. Then you called during the stream and I answered to prove I wasn't her real face. Okay. I want to change my old testimony a little. No? Last stream was that important announcement. That time my brother suggested I shouldn't answer the phone. Your brother? Yeah. I told my brother about pretending to be Curry's real face, and then he happened to be at home during that stream. I got all worked up when she started that surprise stream, then you called, and I was going to answer, but my brother stopped me. He said if I'm pretending to be her real face, then I shouldn't answer the phone during the stream. I mean, he's not wrong. What evidence got updated? Probably Alibi 2? First surprise stream, which took place on May 21st. Okay. Two new pieces of information. Report on the victim's computer. It seems like his computer's been thoroughly wiped. Our IT guy couldn't recover anything at all. That's dead end, huh? But we have found something. Our IT guy looked at his computer's access records and saw something strange. The victim's computer was remotely accessed twice. First time was 8:18 to 10:02, the second was 2:33 to 2:45. Your old hypothesis was that Mr. C left his comments on Kariba's account since he showed his office IP address. If his computer is accessed remotely, would that still be true? Since it was accessed remotely, anyone could have left his comments and used the victim's IP address. So that means we're back to square one with the victim's time of death. God damn it. Why was this computer accessed at 2 in the morning? Checked the cameras too, but nothing showed up. Can confirm that the 8 PM and 2 AM connections were made from 2 different devices and probably 2 different people. Can also confirm that at 2 AM they accessed the security system probably to try and check the footage. They didn't delete any? No, we know the footage was already deleted at 9 PM, which is another reason we think these connections were made by 2 different people. First person deleted it. Okay. Used to establish access with different bit signs pointing to 2 different users. What else did you find? Found the real murder weapon. Okay, what is it? In the garbage room at Misty and Prince's apartment complex, the murder weapon was a tactical knife found stuffed in a backpack, along with a pair of bloody gloves. The janitor found it while sorting the trash. We've already confirmed that it's Mr. C's blood on both the knife and the gloves. The size of the weapon and blood patterns both match the victim's wound, with over a 95% chance of it being the murder weapon. We tried fingerprints and DNA to match with her, but no luck. We assume they took precautions to wipe their tracks. Can you figure out when they dumped it? Fortunately, they were in a camera dead zone, and the time window is so broad we haven't been able to find anything. Okay, so that basically confirmed everything that, you know. Oh god, alibis during the second stream. Oh jeez, hold on. Okay. I assume everything's fine now. Man and child answered the phone, she was home, and her parents are answered the phone. Her brother even filmed a snippet of her watching the stream. She really wants to prove she isn't the real Faith. Came prepared. Sophie also answered the phone. Said she was with a friend. After checking up on that, we found she was actually together with Misty at the office. Yeah, so didn't answer the phone. Following up, she said she was eating with her friend and didn't hear the phone. Later figured out that friend was Sophie. Anyone else in the office? Checked the cameras, seems like it was only those 2. Can we prove Misty isn't the real Faith then? Unfortunately not. Alright. Honor didn't answer the phone, she says it was dead. She claimed she was watching the stream and that she had seen Kariba's real face. Oh, hold on. Okay. There's a lot of noise outside. I wanted to figure out what it was. Alright, confessed but still hasn't answered the phone even once. Prudence didn't answer the phone either. Said she was busy working and that she didn't know about the stream. Her attitude was actually a lot firmer than usual, kinda scared me. Faye also didn't answer the phone. She said she saw it ring, but didn't answer it just for fun. Yeah, that sounds about right. Purposely didn't answer the phone. What's that too? Has changed a lot too. She's a lot sweeter than before. It's a little disconcerting. This company is full of weirdos. Alright. I like that art. Is that new evidence or a new lead? Okay, new whale fan. Okay, hard to say. It's a lot about the case. There's a case chaser. Okay, whatever. Just let's go talk to them. Lead. Aji? Guess it's the whale. Dagger remote access records. Okay. Internet. Why? Messages. Huh? Pre-edit again. Okay. Aji. There's pictures. I have no idea where they are. Keep posting photos of themselves traveling to different countries. Be rich. Ask some questions about Karipa. Thought he doesn't trust info from the internet. What are you talking about? What does he want? I'm gonna connect you directly with the prosecutors, that guy. It's fine, bring on the truth. Alright, and now we do the waiting game, because I'm not gonna read this while it scrolls, because it's annoying. Hello, hi there, Inferiori. Heard about the Lillian Entertainment murder trial. I'm a little nervous. What do you want me to say? To answer my questions normally, but I'm afraid I'll mess up. What does that mean? And you can't mess up if you tell the truth. Try my best. Could you tell me something to help me relax? Focus on what you know, don't overthink it. Alright, let's begin. Sun urgents come up. This is for you. This Mr. C's insurance policy. Well, I know about the murder, right? This might help you out to get out. Sorry. How do you have those? Can you tell me where you caught it? I think they're gone. Okay. Where is it? What? Nothing. Okay. Didn't give me the thing though. Alright, surprise stream. Getting sneakier and sneakier. You're using open-ended questions so I accidentally say the wrong thing. Am I right? It goes both ways. It was a fable. 7 doors corresponded with Lillian's employees. Sleepy falling asleep before they even set out on their journey was referring to Mr. C. I think the order the rest of them were introduced was the order everyone entered the company. When I started, Amanda and Misty were already there. So Misty is Doc, Amanda is Dopey, I don't know why I'm Sneezy. Prudence is bashful, Honor is grumpy, Faye is happy. And what do you think Rupo was trying to say with all that? I don't know, I didn't understand the second half. Especially why Curry was the bad guy. I really don't get it. In her story, Sneezy interacted with some of the other dwarves. Why do you think that is? I think it's directional. I think Amanda, Honor, and Faye all have problems. I think Misty, Prudence, and I all feel the same way. That's why we're together in the story. Something else. In the VTuber world, it's very important to maintain a consistent character. The VTuber has to interact with her fans while staying in that character. You're not the only one who watched that surprise stream. The killer watched it too. I think that's why Curry was calling for help in such a vague way. You think she was calling for help? I do. What were you doing during that important announcement? I was streaming? Still sticking with that, huh? Sorry, I forgot. Working at home, but there's no one who can back me up on that. Are you sure? I'm sure. You're wrong, though, because you were with Misty. Police said you were with Misty at the time. Yeah, you just reminded me. I was with Misty when she started streaming, yeah. We were both pretty shocked she started another stream, and then Secretary Close called not soon after. Still pretty shocked when she called, so I just said, I'm with my friend. Only after I hung up did I realize I should have said I'm with Misty. That's why when the police asked later on, I clarified who I was with. And when Misty answered the phone. Didn't answer? Sorry, I didn't notice. I was paying attention to the stream, so... What were you doing in the office? Talking about work stuff. This investigation has pretty much stopped our work cold, so there was a lot needed to discuss. We heard we were finally allowed to go back in, so we went over together. I hope that didn't cause you any trouble. Right, nothing more in there. When did that stream mean? He was calling for help. She couldn't directly reveal the identity of her real face or break character. With that restriction in place, she could only use a roundabout way to call for help from the outside world. I'm thinking this abstract story she told hides plenty of secret meaning. So how would you explain secret meaning then? 7 characters in her story are obviously Lily and 6 employees plus Mr. C. Sleepy falling asleep before they set out refers to Mr. C dying. That treasure map is referring to the truth hidden somewhere. The time bomb is the killer. My daughter didn't say who the infected one was because she doesn't know who the killer is. I think Curry refers to herself as the monster because everyone on the internet has started to think she's the killer. The only thing I'm not sure of is the hunter. When she introduced the hunter, then never brought them up again. The person who got shot came back and was fine, so I have nothing to say about the hunter right now. What do you think? Why do you think Karipa told us the story? Because she isn't the killer. Think about it, it was a time bomb that killed Mr. C, not my daughter. Also got this one sentence. Curry was the only one left. That line gave me a real feeling of loneliness. That's why I think she was calling for help. You know, when you put it that way, that makes sense. So, is Misty the killer? Can I just ask, is Misty doing alright? Why bring up Misty? If you don't want to answer, that's fine. Never mind, just forget what I just said. How Misty doing related to this case? Just thought of her all of a sudden, I don't know. Don't really have any thoughts on the stream. I don't I have the right to remain silent? It's not wrong. A new lead? Okay, well, we're going to her next, though. Yeah, what was it all about? Please don't answer my question with the question. I don't know, and I take offense to you thinking I would. Maybe it was a call for help. Maybe she was just looking for comfort from her fans. Or maybe she was trying to get people off her back. What do you think, Mr. Prosecutor? What do you mean call for help? When asking for help, it's best to be as clear as possible. If you beat around the bush, you'll only annoy people. If you're going to be vague, best not to ask at all. What do you think, Mr. Prosecutor? You already said it, that's why I don't understand you keeping Karipa's identity a secret. I do it because... We almost caught her. Really? Oh, okay. Sorry, I zoned out. Anyway, I don't think we can roll out the stream being a call for help. As for that story she told me, you can come up with your own meaning for it. Got it. How have things been between you and Faye recently? When I asked her about the meaning of Karipa's story, she asked how you were doing. Thought maybe something happened. Just some private stuff. Nothing to do with the case. I'd just like to better understand her attitude that day. Can you help me with that? That night she called me to confess her love to me. Interesting? Really caught me off guard. She said she's liked me for a long time and wanted to marry me, and that she even bought a ring. If I wanted to, we could go get registered right then. I was already in a bad mood that day and didn't want to talk about it, so I got pretty annoyed. Basically it. Hey, why were you in a bad mood? Pretty sure that's my own business. Fair. Nope. Hey, apparently I just got handed pizza. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. Sure. Just asking because of the time Creep is streaming and you were in a bad mood. Two things related. Have nothing to do with each other. Don't jump to conclusions. She's totally the killer. Prudence is Karipa. What am I missing? Sure. We haven't even talked to her yet. Okay, she attended the last hearing. Alright, graduation. Big news. Oh? Karipa doesn't want to leave the company. From the information available to us, we can only see that Karipa and Miss Shitty had a disagreement. I don't think that means she truly wants to graduate. What other proof do you have? None. Call it a hunch. Karipa's account was public. Could have been falsified information mixed in. Like what? I don't know, it's just something to think about. Is that it? I feel like her personality is different than it used to be. Okay. Exercising my right to remain silent. Everyone that leaves comments online is miserable and disgruntled. You can't take them seriously. I'd rather not waste my mental energy on them. No, fair. Meaning of that stream. I'd like to show you this. What is this? Found it while looking through company records these past few days. Our company's budget revision for the second and third quarter. It was written by Sophie, even though that's not part of her job. What is this budget revision supposed to prove? Okay. Company drive on the cloud. Found it while organizing files. First I thought it was Mr. C's, but then I saw that Sophie wrote it. It's obviously asking you about Karipa's stream from a few days ago, so why would you suddenly present this evidence? It doesn't seem to be related to my question. Opinion on the stream. You remain silent. Written by Sophie, downloaded by Prudence from the company's cloud drive. Okay. Got a new lead. That's probably that one. Alright, something happened. What do you mean? Whole demeanor is completely different from before. Something happened to cause that. Always had the same demeanor. I don't know what you're talking about. On quite the high horse today, aren't we? Do you find that funny? You expecting me to say something else? Sorry, my fault. Okay, so she doesn't want to talk at all. Let me just go through and make sure that we've done everything. Okay, nothing more with you. Nothing more with you. Nothing more with you. Oh, did I not ask about the question? Everyone online is an idiot. True. Personality is different than it used to be. Something happened with you. You don't seem the same as before. All awkward theater kid before now you seem nice and normal. So I did miss something. Time has come. Where's that music coming from? Can somebody turn the fan off, please? What the fuck is going on? Kill them all. Women, children, priests, expecting mothers. Cover this plant graves. How should we dig those graves? Dig, dig, dig. How can we dig? We seven will dig. Dig it all for this dead world. R.I.P. Is this the fucking dwarf thing again? Stop dimming the damn lights. What the fuck is going on? Trying to make me angry. I don't know what she's up to right now, but her personality's definitely changed. I think she's purposely trying to trip me up and I can't let her get to me. Okay. Okay, so we didn't really have anything there. Or anything we missed with you? No. Okay, so we've gone through everything. We don't have anything more to investigate. I guess I just accused at this point. I'm gonna save, though. Alright, before I accuse somebody, I'm going to take a quick be right back moment, because I'm pretty sure... No, I'm still good on water. I just have to go run to the restroom real quick. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we're not going to get the true ending. But I mean... I know it's not her, so I'm just going to go with my gut feeling. Actually, hold on. Let me check something. Yeah, okay. So, there's two different achievements. Well, two that tell you who you accuse, and one that doesn't. The truth one is the one that doesn't, but it says to accuse Sophie and accuse Karipa. It's probably saying accuse Sophie because of the money, but... let's do... do this and... this, I don't know. Take a look at the indictment. I think there were some issues with your evidence. So it won't let me do it unless I have, like, actual good evidence. Okay, hold on. Do it this way then. What? I don't know what things I'm supposed to pick. I guess I can just accuse Sophie? Because I don't know what fucking evidence it wants me to pick for Karipa. And like, these ones are... Sure. Like, I don't feel correct about this. I know it's not her. Oh, I should have chosen the hold hand option. Alright. I don't know. I know I messed up somewhere, but at the same time I don't. I don't know. I feel like I've figured everything out. I just don't. I don't know. I think I'm just ready to find the ending. A ending. When I was going to the bathroom, I bumped into Sophie. I know it's not her, and it pains me that I'm picking her, because I don't know what evidence to pick for Karipa. I didn't seen her before the trials. Things were a little awkward. I was suddenly covered in a cold sweat. I'd never seen that look in her eyes before. Thought that maybe I'd never really seen her true self before, and I also thought that maybe I've made the right decision. Now, we've made the wrong one, but I don't know what I missed somewhere. Alright, skip through the boring parts that we already don't need. Remember that only someone familiar with the victim could commit the killer, understood the office's security system, blah blah blah. Killer's motive and their connection with the murder weapon. Convict someone of a murder through simple deduction alone. Prosecution's explanation of how the murder was carried out flies directly in the face of Miss Delores' actions. The defense can only continue to support Miss Delores' innocence. The defense will enumerate one by one each flaw in the prosecution statement. Alright, it's gonna take another hour. Skip through the things we know. Present evidence 047. Who is this? Owen Green. As per our investigation, he's a college student. Relationship to the defendant. It's Miss Allure's boyfriend. Speculation. Reason we didn't summon him to the stand, which will explain in due time to the court receive our application. Please continue. Mari confirmed with Miss Allure the identity of her boyfriend. Any proof that this person is relevant to the case? No. Bleeding? Yep. Guards see him bleeding? That's speculation. Alright, at one point we expanded our search around Sophie Allure's apartment building on the night of the murder. He was caught on CCTV. Judging from what happened before and after, it's very possible Mr. Green went to her apartment. Any other evidence suggests, yeah, the prints on the thing. The railing. Considerable amount of time on that staircase, maybe just hanging out and chatting. Speculation? Malicious intent. Cool. This is speculation. Nope, malicious intent again. Can't find him. His contact information is all fake and he rarely posts about his whereabouts. Just in snooping, we found that his family is in considerable debt. We confirmed that debt with Miss Allure, but she wouldn't tell us anything else about him. Alright, 902, she walked to her elevator, then mysteriously walked back to her apartment without ever getting on. Then we found her and her boyfriend's fingerprints all around the emergency staircase. Fearing that's when Mr. Grimm was caught on camera, it's very possible the two of them met up on the night of the murder. That'll be all. Okay. Alright, grab someone unrelated to this case to hope some muddling up our already muddled perceptions. Okay. Prosecution just mentioned a Mr. Owen Green. Do you know this man? Yes. Pelicus, who he is? Boyfriend. Person on April 20th. Did you see each other? Emergency staircase outside my apartment a little after 9 p.m. Does your boyfriend have anything to do with the murder of Mr. C? I was about to say, should I hit objection on that? I keep this secret until now. His family has gotten into some trouble lately. He doesn't want anyone to know where he is, so I didn't say anything. I don't think he has anything to do with this case. What did you talk about on the staircase? He told me his family owes money and they're being harassed by debt collectors. He said we probably wouldn't be able to see each other for a while. He wanted to see me one more time before he went into hiding. He said he'd be fine and I shouldn't worry about him. What'd you do once he left? Went back to my room and kept working. You'd go out anywhere else on the night of April 20th. I was really busy, so I stayed home working and didn't go anywhere else. As we can see, this boyfriend the prosecution dug up has nothing to do with the murder. Okay, now we get to cross-examine. Like I said, at this point, I know it's not her, so I'm just, like, trying to get to the end. What does he do? He's a college student. How long have you been dating? Almost a year. What kind of person is he? Young and innocent. Serious, focused, has something to prove. Especially when we're being intimate. He's inexperienced, but he really wants to. Irrelevant. Okay, we didn't need to hear any of that. Bad prosecutor on docking points. Damn. Okay. What you talk about? His dad's factory went under and they owed a lot of money. Running away from debt collectors. How'd that make you feel? Felt really bad for him. It's not like he personally owed the money, it was his dad's fault. But it didn't seem to get him down, he was facing it head on. Still, it was hard for me to watch. Relationship looked him like. It's pretty close, I like him. So if you could help him, you would? What do you want me to say? Listen, I'll be direct. Mr. C's death and Owen's death have nothing to do with each other. There's nothing I could do to help his family, even if I wanted to. And I just, this. Look back for a moment, the defendant and victim were a couple at one point, weren't they? The victim also listed the defendant as a beneficiary on his life insurance policy. If the defendant were to receive the payout in the case of Mr. C's death, she could theoretically help her boyfriend's family pay their debt. Is there any other meaning? He's my boyfriend. You asked whether or not I wanted to help him? Well, of course I do. Am I supposed to say I don't want to help him? I just wanted to confirm it with you. Doesn't mean I plan on paying off his family's debt, okay? Why do I have to do anything? He's the one harassing me. Damn. Then it was a benefactor on the victim's life insurance, which means she would receive a payout in the event of his death. Her boyfriend's family is also in debt. Now we're bringing in honor. So if I do it, like, and know what I'm doing, then I can just go quicker. Okay. Where were you on April 18th? I went to the office for a little bit around 6 p.m. Anyone else there? Mr. C and Sophie Allure, I heard them having a very intense conversation in the meeting room. I didn't see them, and I don't think they knew I was there. Here's what you heard. Talking about our first quarter budget, Sophie was blaming Mr. C for spending too much money on my daughter, specifically that her new outfit cost too much with way too many unnecessary expressions. Mr. C just said it was worth it to expand the possibilities of her streams or something. Sophie just said she'd never use those new expressions and it's a waste to spend that much money on them. I mean, fair, the amount of expressions and shit I have that I don't use. Yeah. But I'm also the one doing all the art for my thing. So. Sophie just shut the conversation down, saying you better not spend that much next time. Anything noteworthy? Just sign off about the whole thing. I guess you would say they were arguing, but Sophie was really calm about the whole thing. Then when I was just about to leave, Sophie said something stuck in my mind. It's fine. This was the last time anyway. I heard her say that. Defendant and victim had differing views on how to spend the company budget, where she let the defendant say this the last time anyway. How would she have known it really would be the last time? These are things we need to find out. Can't you have checked or something? Jeez. She's really pissed off. Why should I sit here and let myself be called a murderer for such a stupid reason? You know, for a defense attorney, you're crap at defending. Maybe I should just find someone else if you're just going to stay silent. You obviously know nothing about being a defense attorney, which you kindly shut your mouth. Damn. Please maintain a modicum of professionalism, stun, and refrain from engaging in shouting matches with the defendant. Arguing with your attorney will hurt your chances for a favorable outcome. Please keep calm, abide by your rules, and try to work together with Miss Dunn. Alright. This is going poorly. Trust your client. What a joke. I can't rely on anybody but myself. Okay, now I totally get it. Okay, so she's back as the witness. Did you go to the office on April 18th? Went there to teach our boss a lesson. You mean you disagreed with your boss on the way the company is being run? What were you arguing with Mr. C about? And spending too much money. Curry's new outfit went way over budget. Too much on cover songs too. The money we spent on Curry for the first quarter went 3 times over budget. Of course I'm mad about that. Curry's strength is her curiosity when playing a new game, her sense of immersion, and how charismatic she is. Curry didn't need any of these upgrades. Mr. C only added them because he wanted to. Do you not understand that? Because I personally don't understand how any of that gives me a motive to commit murder. Prosecution's witness had said you seemed calm while talking to Mr. C. I have a predisposition to heart attacks. When I get too mad, I have to remind myself to calm down or I could really hurt myself. Like right now, for example. You say to Mr. C while leaving, it's fine, this is the last time anyway. Maybe I don't remember. I always tell him it'll be the last time we argue. I would tell him that next time too if he were still alive. I didn't think that would be something that would get me in trouble. Is that a good enough answer for you, just in truth? Okay, their argument about the budget was not personal, it was solely from the perspective of the company's bottom line. Then sees no relation to this case. Feeling well enough to be cross-examined. Okay. What do we got? Or when should be finished with a certain image and whether or not she can finish early. It might be that. What is this? Or it might be that. Right to comment on the budget. Budget, your responsibility as a talent manager. Complicated. Mr. C's decision, but the way he spends money will influence Curry's mood. If he doesn't spend enough on Curry, then she'll feel neglected, but spend too much and she'll get a big ego. Our marketing and public relations budget also needs to be big enough to get Curry's name out there and keep her relevant. So I think it's my responsibility to ensure we spend money where it matters and not on frivolous things. The responsibility is making sure money is spent where it matters so Curry stays in good spirits, and that's why you spoke up to Mr. C. Strictly speaking, budget planning is not in your job description. That's right. Evidence. This one. Williams revised second quarter budget. Seems like you're the one who drafted it. Isn't this your name here at the top? Why do you have this? Point one thing out. In this revised version, Curry's budget has been drastically reduced while Lillian's marketing and public relations budget has increased dramatically. After Mr. C was murdered, it seems you really did take it upon yourself to increase the budget for the two departments you're responsible for. Because he was killed that we needed a higher PR budget, we're going to have a lot of press to deal with. Laying the budget isn't part of your job, is it? And it's Mr. C's and he's dead. These are extenuating circumstances that's so freaking hard to understand. Where the heck did you get that? That should be a company secret. Uh-oh. What happens now? Temporary recess? Hold on a second. I mean, you can at least allow the final witness to take the stand before processing proceedings. Special witness, and we're afraid next time they might not be available. You should have received our application. Okay. Who is it? Oh. Where were you on the afternoon of June 3rd? At home. I went out once around noon to get lunch. Anything noteworthy happen? When I passed by the trash area, I noticed a whole bunch of police there. Did you see what they were doing there? They were investigating, son. Saw a cop take a bag out of the dumpster. They opened the bag and took out a bloody knife. Seeing them change your plans. I don't know if it was the murder weapon or not. But it made me nervous, like someone might start suspecting me. So I went and asked building security if I could watch the camera footage and found this. Ooh. Explain what you saw in the security footage. I saw someone with long pink hair, lacy sleeves, and a long skirt, and a big pink ribbon on their chest. Once we put that bag in the dumpster, the bag with the knife in it. Does anyone you know match that description? Definitely reminded me a lot of Sophie. Per the police's report, the knife was covered in the victim's blood and the blade bit the victim's wound. Security cameras caught the defendant throwing it away. Definitive evidence. Witness's statement cannot be used to prove that the person disposing of the murder weapon was in fact Sophie Lord. This isn't just witness speculation. Anyone with two working eyeballs can see the woman in the security footage looks highly similar to Miss Lord. Prosecution asserts that Miss Lord is the one who disposed of the murder weapon in that dumpster, and that is indisputable fact. 1 second. Okay. Can't decide with the prosecution on this one. Then switches to cross-examine. What's going on? Oh, she's in jail. Well then. There's a big old prosecutor coming to see a little murderer like me for. Heard you gave up on the appeal. Why not? Helping you build a portfolio. What's the problem with that? But in this case, I still can't explain. Take a look at this. Gotcha on this Y account. Shadow0903 on your laptop. From the data they gathered, they could tell you checked this account a lot, especially since Mr. C was murdered. So who's this person? My friend. Scared, stupid, helpless little loser that really pisses me off. What's their name? I don't know. I never asked. Is it related to the case? Just trying to clear some things up. Maybe you should clear that up before accusing me of murder. Is Karipa back to streaming? Started up pretty quickly after the trial ended. Who's their new manager? You're at 0000. Is that right? Okay, no further questions. Should get out of here while I can still control myself. How's your heart? I'll say this one more time. I don't need your kindness or your pity. And I feel bad because I know it's not her. What the fuck? Timeline has come to an end. Thanks for sticking through with me. Sure, you have a lot of questions, huh? Can't blame you, and I definitely recommend going back and trying to tie up those loose ends. For that, though, my mission is to help you make sense of what's transpired up to this point. What puzzles you've yet to solve in Sophia Lore's timeline? Who remotely operated the office computer? We know someone visited the scene of the crime on the night of the murder, but who and why? That bloody microphone. If Sophia is the killer, how did she get to the office? Your hints end here. You're now allowed to skip to different chapters as you please. By selecting chapters from the main lobby, you can skip to any chapter where you're missing key evidence. If all you want to do is get to the end again, you won't have to replay entire chapters. For example, you can just continue chapter 2 and accuse a new suspect. If you've already accused someone, this button will immediately let you accuse someone new and place you on a brand new timeline. You only need to restart entire chapters if you want to see specific story segments. Just a warning, you'll have to fully complete a restarted chapter before moving forward to any following chapters. Also, I reset all your choices for you, so if you want, you can replay chapters to see how characters react to different choices. New hints button in the lobby. I'll be there ready to guide you through different timelines. You know, I ask? Oh, well, I'll tell you that once you've discovered the truth. Now, are you going to trust Sophia Lore? I sincerely hope we meet again. I'll be waiting for you at the end. Fuck. Do I come back to this? Let's see a hint. Graduation. What did I miss? Evidence office streaming equipment. Investigate after watching creeps stream on YouTube and asking every suspect about graduation in chapter 4. But I did that. Okay. You know, I think I'm gonna end this one here. I think we will come back to this game and do the other two endings, just because I'm a little bit annoyed. Because I know it's not Sophie, and I know Prudence is Karipa, and I think it's Misty, but I'm frustrated. So we'll end this one here, and we'll potentially come back and get the other two endings later. So hopefully y'all enjoyed, and I hope I can see you all then.